Employees let go after 40 years with the company. A little background. My parents worked for a company all their lives. The whole crew got hired after graduating out of university and stayed ever since. I grew up knowing each of them personally and their stories. Families. A new GM got hired and fired all of the people from the original crew. During a meeting, in the most embarrassing way, no gratitude was shown to these people who devoted all their lives to the company. Through thick and thin, kept it afloat and gave their all. No, thank you. No, goodbye. No acknowledgement when they left the building. Nothing. When I worked food and beverage, it was a huge ordeal when someone had their last day of work. It came with many thanks, hugs, tears and whipped cream. And it was a seasonal job, where people come and go. Not a job where you work 40 damn years of your life. That you probably put first and before your family quite a few times. Maybe you even missed holidays or important family, friend milestones because of it. And all in vain. Moral of the story? Stop giving your all to a job that won't even say goodbye when you leave. Stop falling into the career chase trap. Seek new experiences and don't stay with one company all your life. Because it's convenient and comfortable. No one is irreplaceable and no one cares about your service. Loyalty in work has gone. Want me to go the extra mile? Pay me. Is this in America? If your parents are over 40 and were fired for no reason and replaced with someone under 40, I would get an employment law attorney. The company most likely fired a bunch of senior employees and replaced them with cheaper younger versions. 100% the truth. A new GM got hired and fired all of the people from the original crew. During a meeting, in the most embarrassing way, no gratitude was shown to these people who devoted all their lives to the company. Through thick and thin, kept it afloat and gave their all. No, thank you. No, goodbye. No acknowledgement when they left the building. Nothing. This is the typical, so we got a new boss, story. But it cut right to the chase instead of dragging it out like a soap opera. If they worked their 40 years, then hopefully they're close to being able to retire. When my first full-time job packed up and golden parachuted itself, all the older people were retired, whether they had money lined up for themselves or not. Loyalty at work was never a thing. It only seemed that way because we were still fresh enough off militant unions and Teamsters that owners feared enough to be somewhat reasonable. It was, and always will be, fear that makes the owner class back down. Not loyalty, or anything else. That's exactly what happened to me. New managers hired and got rid of our whole department. We were the original department out of our whole area and we had all been there over 20 and 30 years. They got rid of everyone above 50. Except they kept the one younger employee that was recently transferred in. Hired 2 people to do my job. The disgusting VP wouldn't even look at us as we walked past her after we were told. I hope that whole place gets hit by a meteor. They have ruined my life, screwed me out of my pension and my whole future when I'm at my most vulnerable. Had only stellar performance evals. It's been really fun trying to find work over 50. Sounds like a potential age discrimination lawsuit to me. If I were at a company that did this, I would immediately start sending off resumes, and when I put in my 2 weeks, I'd make it very clear why I did it. Companies don't give an ounce of loyalty but expect it from us. The only way you get my loyalty is by buying it. Have your parents and their coworkers get an employment attorney to look into the following. Older Workers Benefit Protection Act. Added to the idea below. Employees over 40 are entitled to various employee benefits such as severance pay and cannot be pressured into signing legal waivers. It establishes specific requirements for a knowing and voluntary release of ADIA claims to guarantee that an employee has every opportunity to make an informed choice whether or not to sign the waiver. It acts as a safety net to ensure older and vulnerable workers aren't unfairly laid off from work and don't experience age discrimination. Source: Cornell Adu. The Age Discrimination in Employment Act of 1967 prohibits hiring discrimination and firing due to age. Worker Adjustment and Retraining Notification Act applies to companies with 100 or more employees. Surprised it took them that long? Most employers aren't looking at your performance when doing layoffs. They look at who's costing the most. And that's the longest employees with highest salary and who uses the most vacation days. Anyone working 40 years in a company, or 40 years period, should be retiring. Messed up system. Repeat after me. The job will never love you back. Food and beverage aka McDonald's employee? Or corporate?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.